Hey, how's it going? Today's Friday. We're taking a look at some of the opportunities. I have covered a number of those where I was taking a look at infrastructure currently being built within UK, projections for next 6 years, as well as current milestones. That would be 50,000 public charge points. Is something I have covered, as well as opportunities with ESA. As we speak, there are grants or awards available for 100,000 euros for companies in manufacturing, 3D printing. That's what I understood, as well as new satellite space agency in southern Italy. That's ESA. I have covered some of the announcements made within the UK about 2 billion investment research and development work, as well as I have in the previous video, I have taken a look at some of the supercomputers being located in Cambridge and Bristol areas within UK. Within this article, I'm going to be taking a look at COP28 UK climate satellite contracts. So myself, I'm looking to understand this space a little bit better and how things do function and do work. It might be a very high-end area. I don't know how hard it is. I have seen some of the talented people working with this space. So I'm trying to understand a little bit better. I think it's a very promising area. Two space companies have been awarded major contracts to work on UK's-led climate satellite mission during the COP28 climate conference in Dubai, UAE. And this announcement was made on 4th of December, beginning of this month. So some of the companies have been awarded. Great, great. Let's try to understand. I'm reading it for the first time. Everything what's happening there. So it's good to perhaps there's some opportunities within the space. I don't know what's happening. I really don't know. What do you know? It would be perhaps IoTs, perhaps how gadgets would potentially be able to communicate with each other and perhaps internet connection. But that's what I know. And it's very hard to do. Airbus UK has been awarded nearly 95 million and okay, I don't know other company, right? I know Airbus a little bit, I guess. Another company was awarded 9 million throughout UK Space Agency membership of European Space Agency ESA to deliver the next phase of the there's a project name, right? I don't know if people won't gonna get hurt during this project, so I don't know this project, right? The funding to Airbus will go towards satellite design and development, while other organizations will work on the sensors. Okay, called the okay. Let's skip names. Okay, that's a lot of long name, right? So perhaps there would be how are we looking to solve that problem with those sensors, and or perhaps okay. Perhaps the way how they structured those contracts, right? Okay. And associated electronics. This instrument will make measurements of ocean and land surface to support studies of Earth radiation budgets and improve observation that supports modeling of climate, land use change, and carbon cycle, agriculture, and pollution. Okay, that makes more sense about some of the computing power and how that potential computing power can be used within places like Cambridge or Bristol, right? Okay. Perhaps they can solve a lot of problems as well as finances coming from Dubai here. We have such a cheap energy compared to other places, by the way. Let's take a look at some of those issues. Why it's so cheap? Electricity, why it's so cheap there? Compared to UK, one of the most expensive places. Either way, this project, which stands for, okay, let's skip all of that, will collect the most accurate measurements of energy coming into Earth from the sun and the light reflection on Earth's surface. This will significantly improve understanding of change in Earth's climate and inform global action to mitigate them. Okay. Perhaps it's about, I don't know, I can make my own judgments, but this is data, hard data, right? What they're doing, right? There's a list. I don't know. It might be just because it's a very hard thing to do, right? So I thought I might give credit, right? Since there's a lot of organizations working together in solving this problem. It might have to do something with energy or sun. That's how I would interpret it, this kind of information. Why they would like to measure that. Perhaps how much sun can they capture and what equipment might be required, but I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I don't know. What I'm saying is, there's a number of organizations, so many, a large list of people, perhaps organizations working together. Perhaps if we can solve it, make things a little bit cheaper and paying for electricity, great. Let's progress. Due to launch in 2030, the groundbreaking mission will create a climate and calibration observatory in space. Okay, which will reduce uncertainty in Earth observation data and set a new benchmark to detect and change in Earth's climate system. This will build confidence in climate action by linking observation from space unequivocally to international measurement standards. Conceived by UK's National Physics Laboratory and initiated by UK's Space Agency. Okay. This name of the program, I don't know. I don't know. I hope nobody will get hurt. And being developed by ESA, the satellite will be built by UK space industry, led by Airbus UK, along with partners across Europe, including some of the countries. Right? Great. People are working together. Great. So there's a partnership going on. There was some announcements made, right, about some of those funding and how many governments have put a lot of money in the pool of how to support some of those projects, right? So there are a lot of things were on hold. Hopefully, everything has a green light now, and some of those projects can proceed. Great, right? So I'll skip this project's name and I will complete the Copernicus Sentinel mission and other systems, which help measure 38 of the 55 essential climate variables from the space by also observing the moon and specific sites on Earth. This project name will I'm skipping it. Yeah, it will provide calibration references, helping to improve the accuracy of the satellites in orbit and harmonize results from the global Earth observation network, increasing the ability to inform decisive climate action. Okay, so they're focusing a lot on climate. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, Game Strategy. With this book, I'm taking a look at the business and how to potentially structure a business, and some of the important parts when it comes to operating your business. Some of the concepts, right? Every book, the way how I would structure it, I would start slowly, and I would make it more complex as I go along with every chapter. So hopefully, bring everyone up to speed how challenging and requiring of your time or attention and understanding it can be having a business, as well as I'm looking to share some of those concepts. Phase one would be doing a lot of research, perhaps. Phase two would be taking action on your research, and phase three, acquiring a lot of resources, hopefully, and how to reallocate those resources and invest in different projects. You can find it, QR code in the corner, company's website below. The announcement of the new contract was made during the UK Space Agency's involvement in COP28 in Dubai. The agency, this press release I'm reading, it was completed at the beginning of this month, right? Exhibits alongside some of the projects there. I'm not promoting any of those. Is hosting two events during the climate conference. One on this project I'm discussing, and it can support climate action, and other on the importance of international standards from monitoring methane gases, right? Okay, so we're looking to measure those. So that's a good starting block, right? And we taking a look at some of those problems, and we need to find the ways how to measure those problems. I completely agree with many people out there that we need to find ways to measure. But what I'm saying is, if people doing something that they're not supposed to, those people should know that in the first place. Okay, once that's been said, powerful greenhouse gas from space summit during COP28 is expected to lead a number of leading space faring nations adopting a space climate pledge. Okay, this project event at COP28 includes input from the other five ESA member states which collaborate with UK and, on the mission. It will also highlight how this project, again, I'm not promoting any of those, yeah, it's part of the future global system of collaborating that will complement US space agency as well as other missions as well, which is designed to defect infrared emissions from Earth. Today's announcement follows the recent news in the autumn. The statement of an additional 47 million to boost actively and or innovative in the Earth observation sector and comes ahead of the UK rejoining the EU Copernicus program in January. So we have rejoined it. So there were a lot of things were on hold, just because there was I don't know, administration, right, and or money or capital allocation, right. So have they rejoined again? I don't know nothing. I can only thing I know is what I can read. Because the way how they would structure, right? So the way how they would structure the different administration within EU would run for 7 years, right? As we speak, so I think there's another 3 years left. So what would happen afterwards? That's something that I don't know. From what I can read, they have rejoined it, right? Why everything was on hold, I don't know. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.